Hey everybody, welcome back to another video with Jeff Dragon. As you can see, I'm putting total mixed rations into my silo for storage for later, for when I do purchase cows. Now, I'm not sure if this is realistic, but you gotta remember, it's a game. I'm pretty sure you cannot put total mixed rations into a grain silo in real life. I'm sure there's other ways of doing it. The multi-grain silos are those two silver ones you see right there. They each hold an extra 150,000 liters, but they'll hold anything you want. Anything under the sun. So you just gotta remember that Farming Simulator 19 rules and physics and laws of nature do not necessarily apply to those on planet Earth. I mean, for example, we can teleport between vehicles. So if we can teleport between vehicles, then I think it should be okay that we can put TMR in a grain silo, even if it is a little bit unrealistic. So one thing reason I'm making this video is because this 45,000 liter SILOKING, I found out you need to double up on what the game says to make total mixed rations. As you can see, the game just says, it's simple, put it into a mixer wagon. It doesn't tell you what size, so I must assume that's all mixer wagons in the game. 2 hay bales, 1 straw bale, fill the rest with silage, and you get TMR. No, that is not what happens. If you use that formula with this SILOKING, which I'm going to show you in my garage, there's the large silo extensions, by the way. So you can see they hold everything. And then the regular grain silo, you need first, and then you can buy the attachments. But I know that might not necessarily be realistic, but hey, I just wanted to point that out, that I am aware of that. So it does not bother me. Here's the high dump bucket, which I'll be using, 8,000 liters. That's important. Otherwise, you'll be taking all day trying to make TMR in a big SILOKING, which is right here. I just bought this today. As you can see, it holds 45,000 liters of TMR, or it will also hold forage if you do it wrong. I accidentally, well, not accidentally, what I did is I followed the rules. I put 2 hay bales and 1 straw bale. I added the rest of silage, and what I ended up with was just plain old forage, which is not as good as TMR. It can be used to feed the cows, but it's not going to get them at a full 100% health, which is what a player is aiming for if you want the best yields on milk, and of course more cows produce more cows that way. So what I am proposing instead, to do this correctly, I'm going to double up on the instructions. I'm going to put 4 hay bales. Let me teleport to my wheel loader, which will be doing this. 4 hay bales and 2 straw bales should be enough for 45,000 liters. Now, normally, let me make another point here, because I found this with my gaming experience. We'll go back into the shop. Go to the one that is 16,000 liters here, the SILOKING. This model here, the 1814, holds 16,000 liters. It's the most popular one that people use in the game. I've used it myself when I first started out playing and learning about cows. You only need 1 hay bale and 1 straw bale. Don't worry about what the directions say. And then fill up the rest with silage and you will get TMR. I've actually got that on video of me actually doing it in some other previous videos that I've made a couple months ago on my channel. At least 3 or 4 months ago. You'll have to find them where I make TMR. But now that I know a little bit more about the game, I went ahead and bought this one, which is also 5 slots, but holds almost 3 times as much, a little bit less than 3 times as much, and I don't need to use as much straw and as much hay to make 45,000 liters. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, okay, this one is 45,000 liters. I told you I'm using 4 hay bales and 2 straw bales. And for the sake of argument, let's just say this is 15,000 liters. Remember I said 1 hay bale and 1 straw bale? Times that by 3, you're actually using 1 more straw bale than you should be. I'm using 1 extra hay bale, but I'm also saving I'm saving a straw bale by using this, which is very nice and prudent for this game because straw bales are the hardest one to keep up with. They're not necessarily the hardest one to make, but they're the hardest one to keep up with because you're constantly having to grow oats, you're constantly having to grow barley or wheat for console players. For PC, I know there's other ways to make straw, but for the purposes of argument, I'm just going to say for console players, all we have is wheat, barley, and oats, and we constantly have to keep growing it to keep up with straw. So if I can save 1 straw bale, that's awesome. And hay is easy to make. Let's get real. Silage is also very easy to make. So that's why I bought it. And I just wanted to get the biggest one I could buy because I've been playing this game long enough where I'm ready to do it. So now I want to get this all recorded and proven so that anybody else who's interested about this 45,000 liter SILOKING, which, by the way, the model number, trailed line system 1000 plus 4535. I'll make sure I put that in the title. This is a nice attachment. So this, just to make sure we're clear, I'm going to go ahead and show. These are straw bales in here. All of these are straw bales. So I'm going to grab 2 of these. See if I can do 2 in 1. There we are. Now it's going to kind of get all... It does this sometimes, so you just got to wait for it to stop. If it ever does get shaky. Now you can use whatever you need to use to put your straw in here, but I like this. I like this attachment. Well, there's something you don't see every day. What are the odds of that? Wow, that's never happened. You got to be spot on accurate for that. Cool. So now I said I'd grab double up on the hay, so doubling up on the hay would make 4. Wonder how many I can grab if I do this. 3. That's probably, I'm not going to be able to make it. Let's just see. Like I say, the physics in this game are not necessarily like those on Earth. All right, nice. 1 more. Now, I do have some forage that I made earlier because I made the mistake. I'll still use that to feed the cows. I'll probably use that right at the start just to get rid of it. I believe it's like 30,000 liters. Accidentally got turned into forage. All right, so now I'm done there. Now when I get into here, I'm going to show you the ratio. I'll leave this running, but I'll leave it right there. Get into the tractor. Okay, you see where it says 33%? That's 33.3%, 3% is straw, 66.67% is hay. I believe that is spot on to what I need. Because the rest will be filled with silage. 21,000 liters of silage will be next. If I park this right about there, that should be good. Run over to the wheel loader. Take a look at my little custom-made relaxation area. Got the gnome there. Drive over to the silage bunker. Scoop up 21,000 liters. And for an 8,000 liter bucket, that should only take a little bit less than 3. About 2.5. And that should give me a perfect balance. And hopefully when I'm done, I have TMR and not forage. All right, 1.5 more to go, or is it 2.5? We will see. So tomorrow I'm going to be making some more silage. I'll use one of the adjacent bunkers. And that snow ramp over there, I don't think all the snow is going to be melted by tomorrow. So that's just one part of the grass I just will not be able to mow. Unless I move the snow. What's the fun in that? I'm still going to maybe use that, do some more stunts. Alright, we're almost full. A little bit more. Keep my fingers crossed that I got the right mixture ratio. Otherwise, this video will have been pointless to make. And I thought it would be helpful because you don't want to just keep making forage all day. It's a waste of time. Total mixed rations is what you want for cows, hands down. You can still feed the cows the forage, but it's just not as good, obviously. And if you make the mistake with the mixture rate, you wind up with forage, which is basically TMR gone wrong. Yeah, TMR, successful. So, 4 hay bales, 2 straw bales, rest with silage, and you got your 45,000 liters of TMR for this particular SILOKING. Okay? And then I guess I can dump it into the silo just to show everybody how close you got to get for this no man's land silo, in case you want to use it as well. I know there's many different silos in the game, but you got to get really close. The trigger area is very small. You almost have to drive up on top of it. Oh, there it is. You got to get real close, right? Almost. See, you got to get really close there. All right, so I will have cows in the next about 4 days. It's going to take me about 4 days to save up for cows with the different machinery that I have on my farm that gives me property income on a daily basis. But right now I'm just making the TMR ahead of time. Okay, everybody have a great day. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, and leave a like. Thanks.